All right, everybody. How are we doing? We are back here for another game of action at the showcase between the Flames and the Lynx this time. So we just had the Bedford versus St. John matchup. Now we're going Freddie and Cape Breton all the way up there in Sydney, member to the home rink for the Lynx. So we're a long way from home for these two teams. And we'll get right into it. Puck chased after on the right side. McInnes plays that back in behind. Lynx try to move that up through center. That's grabbed. Circled back by Landry. Landry gets it to Austin. Austin, she'll survey and get that to the right side. Two teams that are close to each other in the standings going at it here. Remember, this isn't a tournament weekend, it's a showcase weekend, so all these wins go towards regular season. So if you come in here with a sweep, you're feeling pretty good about yourself. It's not quite the same as running a tournament where by the end of the weekend it's not going to matter. These points will matter till the end of the season a few months from now. McNeil down the left side. McNeil brings that in over the line. McNeil. She'll cut well in behind the net. Jumped up, Vickers. Plays that back down as the Flames get their first touch of the game. McLean picks it up and harpoons that to the corner. Grab now, played across to Smith. Bounces over the stick of the Flames Smith, and it's over to the right side as the Lynx set up. McLean then fires that into the corner. Spinning around, back to McLean. McLean shot, stopped. Smith now picks it up. Smith now trying to get the little bank pass up ahead to Cook, but out of the reach there as Lynx get to that first. Play that up ahead. Flames, Kimball gets it over and slightly pressures that. Lynx up through the middle, swept on again by Andrews. Lawrence now brings it in for the Flames. Gabrielle into the corner. Lawrence and Gabrielle go at it. Gabrielle puts it into the ref's skate. Takes her time to move out of the way so it stays down low on the right side. In on the end boards, Flames kick that up ahead. Back to Lawrence. Shot into the shin pad. Lawrence. In behind for the Flames again. Lynx. To the right side, half wall. They're going to play that back in behind. Sent up the wall, no one home though as the Flames get to it first. Boucher gets that down low. Anders loses that. Lawrence spins around and gets it down low again. In on the end wall. Lynx, nice backhand pass there. Anders picks it up, little collision there. It'll free up the puck. Flames now circling around. In over the blue line. Cut back. Over to the left side, Flames, shot goes high and wide. Back over, Boucher tries to keep it alive, and she does as it's played up the right side wall. Lynx looking to get it over to the end here now. A good little bounce back shift here for the Flames, even though we're only a couple shifts in. First shift went to the Lynx, and now second one to the Flames. All sorts of pressure. Now that rolls off the stick, and it's down the right side. Cruz slows up, tries to play that into the middle. Flames fan on it, backhand, kicked aside, jumped at, and it'll go wide. So first registered shot there, I believe. Flames. Lynx spinning, back in behind. Flames turn that over in the slot. Austin chases after it. Austin puts some more pressure on it, gets over the stick. Over on the half wall, trying to get that out. Puck still in the Flames' end, though. McLean in the feet, all sorts of pressure there, and somehow it stays in, and it gets all the way onto net and steered aside. Flames jump up on it. McInnes tries her best to keep it on the line, but it clears out to center. McLean now. McLean down and behind. Austin chases. Austin. Played in behind. Flames up the boards, back to McLean. to Vickers. Vickers looking for a lane. Vickers down the left side. Vickers shot, and a big booming shot goes well into the glass and behind. Flipped on back. Now Lynx. Pick up on that. Get it over to Vickers. Vickers dishes it over again. Back to Vickers. In across the line. Now over the blue line. Steps in. Shot. Scores! And the water bottle falls apart and the water rolls into the net. You just don't see that one every day on a booming shot by Vickers coming over the line, and that'll be the first of the game. And I have commentated a lot of hockey games over the years, and I don't know if I've ever seen that. We've seen bottles popping off, but never where the water rolls down the front crossbar like a waterfall, and that one gets the Lynx crew off the bench. Pretty cool goal there with a big shot that finds the back of the net, and we got our first goal of the game just over 5 minutes in. Kimball up the left side. Flames touch that puck up. They'll head back in behind and worked along the boards. Back to Kimball. She'll fan on it. Now Lynx have numbers the other way. McEachern has Landry. Landry in on the shot, and save made. That was a clear-cut look and a stop there. Nicely done. Play it around. The corner. Flames getting hemmed in the zone a little bit here as McInnes makes the play to keep it in. Shot goes low. Landry looking for it. Flames snap at that. Comes back near center. Kimball back to the end boards. Lynx pressure. Shot into the ref. She'll smile that one off. That's the second time here through 5 minutes it's run down into her. Try to play that in front. McLean cuts off with her deep partner Vickers. Rolls up the back of the skate of Vickers. Now grabbed by the Flames, worked in over the line on the left side. Hustled at. Chop play. Here comes the Lynx. Maybe trying to go to the outside. Beat on the outside. Lynx gonna elect to hold on. Shot, save made as it's steered aside. Nice solid stop back there again. Flames trying to dig in front, and they lose it off the end of the stick. That creates a turnover. Gabrielle working to the outside, steps in for the shot, and save made again. Flames getting hemmed in the zone a little bit here. Up the wall, that one will come through, and they're able to get a change here, at least for the forwards, or 2/3 of the forwards. Flames jump into that, and now they'll get the full change. So bend but don't break on that last shift there for the Western Flames. Kicked at. Trying to pull that puck around. Gets worked in on the boards. Here come the Lynx. 3-on-2. They're going to elect to chip that. Hustle after that. The old dump and chase. Austin gets to it first. Up the boards to the blue line. Shot stopped. Move to the middle. Now looking for another shot into the skates. Brown. Down low. Picked up on the end boards. It's back to the blue line. Handed off to McLean. McLean steps in. Eason has that knocked off the stick, so a good block there by her. And it's sent down. I don't think that'll go for icing as it slows up late. Perfect clear there for the Flames. Lynx try to go up the wall with it. Lawrence swinging that off in front. Lawrence on the right side. Steered in behind. Lynx touched off, turned over. Flames stick with it. Little chance there. Another shot. That one hits the pad through traffic. Feltmate gets it down the right side. Picked up to the end boards. Flip back to Feltmate. Gets past her stick. It'll be hustled after and grabbed in behind. Flames stop up. Up the right side, trying to chip that by Vickers. As Lawrence pressured there with Sommers, but Lynx come up with it. Vickers now trying down the left side. Vickers, shot, save made as it's covered up in behind. And a little extra stuff after the whistle. We'll get the ref giving some words there. 10:41 to 10:39, my mistake there. Left to go in the first as we work right through our first frame. Face off to the left. Puck dropped in back to Vickers. Vickers shoots it in, steered aside. Down along the end boards. Flames getting a pile up there on the corner. Grab now. Worked back. Kendall surveying. Tries to chip that up the boards. Vickers stops it. Volks comes out with it. So that's Kimball who made that play to get it out. Now it's down the left side. Stopped that. Lynx look to work it back the other way again as we break into the second half of our first period. Steer it on, and it'll be covered up there in net, and the Flames will get the full-scale change and some fresh legs out there. Playing out a beautiful Grant Harvey Center there in Fredericton. Always a joy to be streaming out of that rink. A nice little glass booth at center ice we like to tuck right into and work from. Puck dropped in, and the Flames up ahead with it. Down the left side. Brought into the end boards, try to snap that pass through. Pressured along the corner, couple good stick lifts in there. Lynx step up to it and get the lead pass up ahead. Landry now with a burst of speed. Landry plays that over. Allison pressures here for the Flames along the half wall. Lynx pull that out, Vickers. Vickers lets another shot go and scores, and another one finds the back of the net. And that'll be 2-0, and a lethal shot from the point extends the lead for Cape Breton. Just over the halfway mark here in the first. So they go back and talk to the netminder there, the Flames do. Try to calm this game down a little bit. Vickers gets to the red line. Picked up. Gets him behind. Hustled after here. McLean. Picked up by Brown. She'll play that in behind. Back to Vickers again. Vickers lets another shot go that time. They get there in time and somehow doesn't go to play as it's steered aside with the knob of the stick. Flames now, back to McLean. Into the corner, up the half wall. Lawrence puts some pressure on for the Flames. Puck gets down low. Try to chip that on. Eason pressures. Grab now, Flames up to Eason. She'll have that feathered off the stick as Feltmate tried to pass that out, but they're stuck in their own zone here momentarily. Now the Lynx will give up on that one and let them go as they got to try to get the change. And Lawrence the other way. Lawrence for Western. Shoots that on. It's steered to the corner. Some pressure there and a little shove in the corner. Comes out. Cape Breton. In through center. McNeil drops that off. Steps up, shot. Steered off the stick to the corner. Past the stick of Gabriel. In behind. All sorts of pressure there by Sommers. Plays to the open wall. Fouch put some pressure on as well. Near the neutral. Right, almost dead center. Fished out. Western gets it and flips it off to the corner. Lynx get to that first comfortably. D to D pass there, but it rolls up the skate. Angioni tries for it. Angioni gets it back. Gabrielle pressured down low. She'll go head up hustling. Gets it to Angioni on the left side, but it rolls off her stick. Kimball pressures for the Flames. Landry. Spun back around. Kimball from the open wall. Pass gets off. Has the play in front. If they can get it over there. Nice chance for the Flames. Shot goes wide, and their best look of the game just misses the top right. Battled for here and turned over. Nice job picking it up. Trying to muscle that thing through. Heads to the end boards. Flames pick up on it. Nice shot right through the pass, right through the blue paint. Puck's bouncing in front. Couple more whacks at it. McInnes plays it up the right side. Backhand past Boucher. She'll chase. Lead play. That one will probably go for the icing. With 5:50 remaining here in the first, we'll head down to the left. Puck gets dropped in there. Flames. Boucher is pressured in the corner. Austin with a little work as well. 2-on-2, they'll go at it. And whistle goes for a penalty from the back ref for head contact. And that one's going to go against the Lynx, I believe. So didn't even know who that one went to as they just kind of battled in the corner. But and puzzled player there for Brown. And I can't disagree with her. I mean, that just looked like a 2-on-2 board battle. So to pluck out maybe a grazing of the head seems little interesting, but it'll result in the power play here for the Flames. Nonetheless, trying to get one on the board here, down 2 with 5 minutes to go in the first. Cook. Past the feet. Feltmate got that over. Picked up by the Flames now. They'll bring it in over the line. Down the left side. Backhanded, and now it's a foot race for it back the other way. Falling down as the Lynx, so that'll be battle 1 for the Flames. In over the line. Cook waits for them to bring it in onside. Kind of just swung that in front, turned it over. Landry now looking for a burst of speed. Landry now trying to go from the left side. She'll pull off. Thought she had a lane to the net there. Back to McInnes, pass to the right side. Minute to go in the power play, and buried into the boards down low there. And that one will be an easy penalty against the Flames, so we'll go 4-on-4 here, 54 seconds. And a little slow to get up in the corner, but looks to be okay. So Hagel, I believe, sit for the 2 there. 4:22 to go in the period. And 2 minutes of penalty time here. Back to the blue line. Over to the right side. Flames pick up on it. Chop at that. It's going to hit a stick. No ice. In around the end boards. Bootlier getting pressure by Parich. Dueland. She'll look to go to the outside with it. Heads down the right side and behind. Picked up by Landry. Gabrielle plays it over. Lynx. Try to put that through the skates, not going to do so. Lawrence tries to hand that off, and it's off the end of the stick. It'll be a power play coming here for the Flames just about now, so 1 minute and 5 of power play time now. Lynx on the PP, they'll circle back. Over to Vickers. Already has 2, skates that up the right side. Vickers slows up to the corner. Grabbed and sent the opposite direction. Grabbed now by the Lynx. Over to Austin. Pulled in. Austin. Over center. Trying to put some pressure on. Austin picks up on it. Nice play over to the right side, but a little too much mustard on that pass. 21 seconds of power play time, and that will be sent in and stopped. 2:39 remaining here. Puck dropped in. Back to McInnes. To the middle. Shot through traffic and covered up again. Once more. A few seconds off the clock there. 7 seconds of power play time remaining for the Lynx. Picked up, shot into a shin pad. Trying to swing that back around. It swings to the corner, back to the line. Flames. Stopped. Lynx. Austin. In over the line. Down along the end boards. Chased after. Picked up on the opposite side. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first. We're back to even here. 5-on-5. His Daigle works that out. Stopped up though. Morel gets that in behind. Flames grab it. Gets all the way back to the blue line and chip down the side again. Sent out for the icing with exactly 90 seconds to play here in the first. 2-0 the score still. 2 shots by Vickers has her Lynx team in front. Grabbed on the boards. That one gets to the feet to the blue line. Gabrielle shot, steered aside. Fanned on, then back in behind for Lawrence. Sommers lets her teammate get it, and it's chipped off the glass, comes down. I don't think it'll have legs for icing. It does not. 1 minute left to go here in the first. Remember, 10-minute breaks in between the games, or in between the periods, as we'll do the flood after one. Push to the middle, Flames. 50 seconds, trying to get one on the board here and head into the locker room with a good feeling. Shot blocked by Gabrielle. Backhand, swings that out in front, overskated now by McNeil. Chased after to the end boards. Lynx. Smith, 28 seconds. Over to McNeil. McNeil plays that off the end boards. Push to the middle, 19 now. Vickers in over the blue line. Vickers with a big skate, gets that pass off. Shot goes wide. 10 seconds to go. Looking for something late here is the Lynx. Worked in on the corner. Hard fought battle there. Flames chip at it, and with 2 seconds, that will take us to the end of the period. So 2-0 Lynx after one. Back to the second in a moment. everybody. We are back here for the second period of action here in Summerside. 2-0 the score is Vickers with 2 goals so far in this one, has her Lynx team up by 2. Fresh period, fresh ice. Let's get right into it. Gabriel plays that around the boards to McInnes. Up the half wall as the Lynx try to fire that one out. Down the right side. It's picked up. Slapped at. Hits the end boards. Picked up, sent to the half wall. And Austin tries to get that one through and worked in behind. Chased after. D to D. Lynx up ahead with it. Landry to the right side. Trying to put some pressure on. Lynx knocked off the stick. Kissed off the glass. Back to Vickers. Vickers going to work that in behind. Chipped up the wall and then stopped. Lynx on the blue line will that time. Go 2-on-1 along the boards as the Flames come up with it. Picked up and fired along the end boards, trying to find some open room on the left side. Lead play, oh, and way in behind. Picked up for the break, Flames, shot, scores! And a snipe there. That was a beauty as we head back to center. Holtjes picks up on that well in behind the defenders and makes no mistake with the shot. And it's been shoot to score here in this game this afternoon, as all 3 goals have been, I'd say, above average shots into the back of the net. So just a minute and a half in, and the Flames are right back in this one. Puck dropped in. Cook fishes it out of there for the Flames. They drop that back on the right side. Trying to get that to Johnstone. In over the line. Handed off on the right side. Shot fanned into the corner. Off the glass. Cook spins it around. Now back over to Morel. Morel down the half wall. Comes back to Morel. I think she'll leave it for Gabrielle. Oh, and she'll overskate it. Has to go for it again and makes the play nonetheless. Lynx up the wall with it and just kept in by the Flames, but Lynx pick it up off that keep in, and it works off the right side. Morel hits the side of the net with it. Morel tries to center. Whacked at. Another whack. Still free there in front for a moment and covered up by the Flames netminder as the Lynx trying to get that last one back. Face off on the right side. Dropped in. Shot. Slows up on the defender. Netminder has to keep an eye on it as they try to go for the wraparound there. Cremo. Flames get that. Pass McInnes. Foot race to it now. McLean has the step. She'll hold on and look up ice. It blocked off the stick and stays in the zone. McInnes now with it. In on the corner. Lynx. Up the right side, Landry. Down low on the end board. A little hit laid there. Cremo in the corner. Loses it. Flames now. Look up ice. Chased after. Kind of swept out there as they try to whip for that puck, but no penalty on the play. Down in the corner. Back to the blue line. Grabbed and worked up the left side. Looking for a lane. Nice move there. Lynx backhand. Easy save there on Landry. She kind of got cut off by the defenders for the Flames. Not leaving much in terms of a shot, but still got one off. In on the corner. Austin pressures. Worked off in behind. Lynx over to Morel. Down to Austin. Austin to the left side. Shot blocked. Push to the corner. That one's chased after. Flames. Back to Morel. Tip. Steered aside. Turned over as they tried to make that play. Back to the defender. Nice job. Just couldn't get it through, and now it's chipped on the right side. 2-on-1, back the other way. Save made. Back to McEachern. Nelson. She plays McEachern hard. Nelson picks it up and into the feet. Tries to stick with it, and it's between the legs. It almost had the breakaway pass there by McEachern. I don't know if she saw the on-rushing Angioni. Up the half wall with it, back to the line. Gabrielle off a stick. Pushed off to the half wall, swung at. End boards. Passed off, sharp angle shot blocked. Westerns looks to stick with it. Into the feet, Gabrielle. McEachern. Pressures. Back down and behind, swinging. Cook now with it. Cook. Lead pass over to the Johnstone. Johnstone shoots that, and it almost bounces back out in front. Took a ricochet off the end wall. Over 5 minutes gone here in the second. Steered on and aside there by the Flames netminder. Over to Cook and past the stick there. That will be sent down for an easy icing call. Face off on to the right. Puck dropped in. Cremo down along the wall. Flames survey. Try to get it past Vickers. She'll hold it in near the hash marks. Cremo pressures. Down along the corner. Pushed back over to the half wall. Backhand in front. Looking for the shot. What a nice one-timer there, but it's steered aside. Back to Vickers. That was off the stick of Andrews, I believe, that last shot. Flames pick up, play it off the boards, and that sends down what will be another icing as McLean lets that one go. Face off here to the right. .17 left to go here in the second as we rapidly approach the halfway mark here in this game. 2-1 the score. Been a good back and forth battle here so far. Down along the corner. 2-on-2, they'll battle. Couple bodies flying now. Or at least falling. 3-on-2 is puck's still moving, and then they're gonna whistle it down. Looks like the Flames will change. Lynx will keep the same unit out there. Remember, the shooter's mentality has been what's working here. We'll see if either of the teams try to go back to that strategy. Obviously, you just want to create what you can, but got to look at the statistics of the game, I suppose, is buried in the corner there. Getting a little aggressive down low. Fished out of there. Flames trying to bounce that up the wall. Morel gets it down low and in behind now. And another icing, so 3 icings in short succession here at the halfway point in the game. Face off here to the right. Drop down, that's played along the end wall. Trying to pick up on that. Flames. Getting pressured. Trying to steer it out to Smith. Gramo picks it up to McInnes. McInnes picks it up nicely down the right side. McInnes backhand, rebound in front, scores! And creating a perfect rebound. That one was shoveled in front and then buried as the Lynx restore their 2-goal lead here near the halfway mark. I believe that's Landry who buried that one, and we head to center. Puck dropped in and worked back to the blue line. Played across. Flames into the feet now. Brown bringing that in over the line. Brown sends that in, steered aside. Andrews to the blue line. Through traffic, tries to get that off. Backhand opens up on the half wall. Flames. Now Lynx. Lynx with a little bit of a lane to the net there. Angioni tried for it. Broken stick out there. Fanned on. Over to McEachern. Oh, and collision there. Nelson pokes at it for the Flames. And off the skate of Brown into the bench there. 11 minutes to go here in the second. As face off in the neutral zone. Worked off on the right side. That one comes to center, hits the shaft of the stick there for the Flames. Brought in over the blue line. Johnstone with a good dump down there and behind as the Flames trying to get set up for the offensive zone for the first time in a minute. Picked up from the half wall. Played over. Now looking for a lane. Lewan gets played hard on that one, and nice job to get it done. It just passed the stick at Johnstone, and they're going to cover that up as they had a couple Flames coming back the other way on the Lynx netminder. So we'll take the whistle and the change here. 10:23 to go. Puck dropped in. Gabrielle works that around. Parrish on the half wall. Picked up to the end boards. Lead play. Lynx trying for it. They poke at it. Comes down for Cremo, but she'll get knocked off it. Up ahead, Landry. Landry in over the line on the right side. Landry steps in, scores! Pulls the goalie across with the deke and finds the back of the net, and that'll be 4-1. That was a well-executed move there as we break into the back half of this game, and the Lynx with all the momentum currently. Back to center. So need a bit of a momentum swing here for Western, as the last two have come in about the last 6 or so minutes and have been by the Lynx. Puck dropped in there. Trying to bring that one into the offensive zone. Lynx up the wall. Cut off there by Gauvin. Smith chases after it with Poaches. The goal scorer for the Flames, but it gets worked back the other way. Lynx bring it in over the line on the right side. Picked up with it, trying to find the open area, and it's backhanded past the post there in behind. Flames grab it in behind their own net. Down the left side, Lynx fan. Now back to the line again. Little deke move back in behind. Austin trying for it. Head up. Kicked it back to the line for Vickers. Vickers with a move. She's already got two. Shoots one in and it goes wide. Another chance there in front. Off the side of the shaft of the stick, and it comes back for Vickers. She'll assess. Looking for a lane. Turning on the Jets. In through center. Shoots. Save made. Face off on the right. 8:37 to go. Picked up here. Back to Vickers. Vickers doesn't square up to the net. Instead sends that down to the corner. Flames play that hard in the corner, trying to free the puck up. Lynx come up with it though. Steps in, shot. Angioni. To the open wing, and it's knocked back in behind. Flames grab that. Vickers knocked off the stick there, and it's going to be a foot race back to it, but Vickers outskates Cook on that play and just works it back around. Cook over the blue line. Stopped. Along the end boards. Gabrielle into the corner. Little pressure there. Trying to come up with what they do. Lynx. Over to the left side. Opening it up. Has a player in front, but she trips, so it's going to have to be a solo effort, and it goes wide by Gabrielle. Morel. Gets it to the half wall. The delayed icing, but it won't make it there. Landry. Heads up ice with it. Looking for a lane on the right side. Going to be forced to go all the way down to the end boards. Now it's turned over. Backhand to the open area. Hustled, and they're going to call that icing. Close one there. But the call goes in the way of the Lynx here. 6:51 to go here in the second. Face off to the right. Puck grabbed. Shot to the corner. Gets in behind McLean. Lawrence. Flames could use some ozone time here in the back half of the second period. Try to get some momentum swinging their way. Down 3 currently. On the end boards. Centering pass. Can't get the shot off. It'll head back to the line. Now steered in behind, and there'll be a foot race to the corner. Flames get to it first. Spinning around there's Lawrence. Puck knocks off the blade of another stick, so it doesn't reach the net. Tried to center there. Jumps ahead. One-timer shot. Blocked there in front unintentionally, I think, by Lawrence as she'll head off. That one probably stung. And another shot in there, and a good look for the Flames. Their best in a couple minutes. Back the other way. Down the left side. In over the line. Flipped off. Open for a second. Flames. Para. Gets it in behind. Push to the middle. Couch just shoots that in behind. Flames gonna have to hold back and try to break in a different way. Somers overskates it. Brown picks it off of that. Somers picks it up again, though, near center. Backhands it in behind. Lynx. Vickers. Over to Lalonde. Grabbed in near center. Over the blue line. Shot. Blocker. That one's going to flutter out in front of the net. Back to Vickers. Vickers over the line. Shot goes wide. Flames up the left wall. .4:17 remaining here in the second. We've kind of fallen into a little rhythm here as the Flames trying to switch things up. That hits a stick. I thought it ricocheted off a stick, but line says no, so we'll head down the right side. 4:03 remaining. Shot through traffic. That was a bit of a flutter puck. Didn't quite make it through. Another look there into the feet. Angioni. Down near the hash marks. Flames. Chip at that. Lynx come up with it. McInnes, one-timer shot, slowed up in front. Got good wood on that one, but just didn't make it to the front of the net. I think it hit off a shin pad in front. Now another shot stopped by the Flames before it could reach the netminder, and it's moved up by McInnes. Johnstone puts a little pressure on, but she'll circle off for the change. Lynx bring it in. Creno jumps the stick of McNeil, and now back the other way. Along the half wall, Lawrence swings at it. From the corner. Back to the blue line. 3 minutes to go here in the second. Shot off, trying to center. Flames looking for the play, going to try to bank in off the netminder instead, and that'll be a whistle. 2:50 to go. So well into the second half of this game, almost to the end of the second period. Still waiting for the Flames. Kind of try to turn that on, get some shots together. That one just offside. The Lynx had about a 5-minute period where they really took it over, scored 2, and that was the separation. Puck dropped over now, worked up the half wall. Lynx try to lead past that to the right. Polshies now bringing it over. Has Vickers on top and work to the corner. Freed up for the Lynx. Poked at. Tagle in behind. Up the wall and behind for Vickers. Vickers stops up. Shoots that on. Flames survey. Up ahead. Off the half wall and behind again. Chased. Lynx. Over to Lalonde. Lalonde across the red line. Lalonde gets tied up a little bit. It's down into the end corner. Johnstone. Sorry. That one was swept out in front. Lawrence. Pressure there. .90 seconds remaining now in the second as it heads off into the Lynx zone momentarily, though. Didn't get too far. Back over. Played to the middle. And trying to get a change in is the Lynx, but puck hit the backside there of one of the players, and they have to hold up for a sec to avoid too many, and they do successfully. Lawrence, nice play there. Duland trying to bring that in further. Final minute to play here in the second. Lynx. Played in around. Vickers slows up. Vickers shot. Steered to the corner again. Top of the circle. Shot bouncing around. Vickers. Back to the blue line. Knocked aside. In behind. Lynx to McNeil. Chipped by McNeil. Duland tries for it, but 23 seconds to go. Up to McNeil. Snaps a pass to the left side. Brought in over the line. Save made. 15 seconds to go now, Lynx. Olshes loses it. Maybe chance for one last rush here, Landry. Landry up the right side. Into the feet, and that will take us to the end. So 4-1 after two. We'll be back for the third moment. everybody. Back here for the third period of action. 20 minutes on the clock. 4-1 the score. As the Lynx up on Western. Lynx played a pretty solid game here so far. Western has had their moments as well. It's just they've bounced in a little more for the Lynx. They had that period in the second period that made the difference. That one gets sent back in behind. Lynx, McLean tries to push that up. Backhand down the right side, McLean. Over for the Lynx. Poked at. Austin. Landry. Landry picks it up. Chips it down the left side, trying to work for that. Flames bounce it in behind, and now potential lane here down the right side. Shot steered aside. In on the end boards, Flames. McLean looking for it. Back to Kimball. Shot bouncing around into the feet. Lynx. Hand that off. Down over the blue line. And a little shove there. That's not going to be enough for anything. As it's picked up. Trying to circle around. Lynx. Back to the blue line and a little flex on the stick there. McInnes heads into the end boards. Grabbed Flames. Flames up the left side. Now brought back in over the line. Lynx pick up on it. Surveying. Chip down by McEachern. Down the wall and kept back in. Spinning around, almost free in the middle. Now a chance for a shot. Tips off the stick, and that almost bounced the correct way for the Lynx as it looked like it was missing, but caught the shaft of the defender's stick and almost tipped in. Vickers into the feet. Vickers makes a move. Vickers shoots. Save made, rebound in on it, and one gal was celebrating down there but did not find the back of the net. Puck here on the left. That one's played in around. Flames pick up on that, and it's down near McEachern. Shipped off the boards to Vickers. Flames up the left side to Cook. John Stone, good stick work there. Create the turnover. Easton's going to play it down low. In along the end boards. Lynx. Hustling out near the red line. Fed off to the corner. Flames surveying. Over to McLean, into the feet. McLean onto the doorstep as that one took a friendly bounce as well. Backing around on the end wall. Time ticking off the clock here. McLean slows it up. Work to the side. Flames grab. Landry. Landry can't swing it back over. Looking for the shot. Steered aside. McLean plays that into the end boards. Hand it off. Lynx looking for the cut move. They're going to step out in front and bury it. And a little too much room to work with. That one's finished off, and the Lynx take a stranglehold of this one with 16 remaining. Nice move by Landry there. Take the space given to you and finish off that play. And we'll head back to center. 5-1 now the score. We'll be playing games all the way through tonight. We have a game at 5, 7, and 9. So still 3 more to go on our opening day here in Summerside. Up the right side, Loire picks it up and gets it down low. Kimball working at it with Austin as it's 2-on-2 along the end boards. Kimball Up the half wall with it. Tries to free it up. Along the end boards. Leading ahead. Flames to McLean. Back into the end wall again. Flames try to hand that up. They do. Lawrence picks up on it. Lawrence chased off into the end boards. Backhand over to Austin. Austin to center. Flames hand that off. Lynx. Lead get ahead to Austin. Austin swings at it as she heads into the boards, pretty much changing, and she almost went right through the door, but makes the play along the half wall. That was pretty impressive. Whoa, and they're going to be careful there. A couple stepping out onto the ice, stepping onto the ice, but not too many. So good job there by the bench to not get the bench minor. McEachern gets pressured. Somers works it up ahead, but it's knocked off there. Down, and I think that one heads into the bench there for the Flames. 14:45 to go here in the third. Face off in the neutral zone. Puck dropped. He's going to jump up ahead. Lynx surveying. Up over the line. Gabrielle. Boucher gets pressured. Angioni tries to slow it up against the wall. And it's in behind for McRell. And icing there. So we'll try again down the left side. Opposite way. Grabbed and McLean works that around. Heads off into the end boards. They poke at it. It's over skated there. Backhand into the end boards again. Flames. Handoff. Flames. Trying to get that up to Somers. Boucher. Boursier, sorry, my mistake. Plays that down low. Lynx. Up through the right, Vickers. Vickers, who's been phenomenal this game, looking for one more potentially, but gets cut off down along the end board. She'll free up that puck, though, a little bit. Teammate grabs it. Lynx and Flames battle in the corner once again. That one's sent into the mesh as they try to fish it out, and whistle goes. Face-off coming. Kick back to the line. Oh, and just under the stick as McInnes was seeing her next play before it was corralled. Lawand tries to center it. Picked up Cook. She'll gain the red line and fire it down. In on the end boards. Shot sent in and scores. Catching the netminder off guard. And we'll head back to center, and the Flames showing some life. And Folks finishes off that one, and 5-2 the score. Austin sends it to the right side, so we are not done here yet. There's just under 13 minutes to go as the Flames trying to kick one up here and really get themselves back into this game. Along the end boards, half wall, that's sent up ahead. Picked up on the backhand, Brown. Vickers. Spins. It's into the end boards. Another spinning chance there and goes by the corner. To the blue line. Austin. Hemmed in from the corner. Up the half wall. Morel. Jumps the stick. Comes back to center. In between the legs. Nelson looking for it. Vickers can't grab it, and they had a chance there. Smith had a winger rush into the front, but couldn't get that pass off. Now grabbed, and Lynx going to work it out down the right side. Landry slows up. Smith back in behind. Flames from the corner, trying to work it out to their own end. Picked up on the end boards, but it's freed up in middle. Chance for a shot there, and bouncing around there in front. Cremo, and now a little back and forth. Something you don't see a ton of here in the girls' league. But when push comes to shove, pun intended, they will do it. $11:15 to go here in the third. Puck dropped in. Angioni back to the line. Shot stopped in front. Just off the boards. That one comes in behind. Lynx. Up to Angioni. Gets free. Landry sends it to the end boards. Passed a couple sticks, and that's going to have to be too many. So they'll get caught. They were playing with fire a little bit a few times this period. And now with 10:47 to go in the third. Some life here for the Flames if they can manage to get one in here. Just a little overzealous trying to come onto the ice that last time. Puck dropped in, Flames. Gets swept at on the half wall. Picked up and sent the length of the ice. Back in behind and almost turned over. Flames grab it now. Lawrence looking for some open room, and she's got a ton of it here through center. Down the left side. McInnes now. Up the wall, past the stick in behind Wishier. Slow it up in behind. Flames survey. Flames up ahead. To the left side. Over the blue line. Pulling it back over along the half wall. Into the feet, and it grabbed on the other side. Shot steered aside. Pushed into the end boards there, and we're back. We're officially into the back half of this third period. So if the Flames want to get something come back, it starts here. Big shot in there, and that one looked good. Well, snapped off the end of the stick nicely there. Flames back to the line, has to corral it. Backhand, no one there wasn't quite on the same page as it's picked up and sent down. Daigle picks it up. 9:15 to go. 26 seconds in the power play. Flames pass up the left side, my mistake. Landry brings it in now. Landry, toe drag in there. Landry, backhand, hits a skate before it can reach the net. Flames. Folks, our latest goal scorer for the Flames, hands that back. Over to the right. Up ahead. That one picked off. Brown. There's Parrish with her. Over, and it rolls off the stick there into the corner. Down low. In around for Austin. Austin hands that off. Right side, shot patted away, Cook. Down here in front. Taken away by Vickers. Vickers spinning onto the backhand of Austin. Down the right side again. Slowed up. End board. Trying to dig away for that. 7:55 to go here in the third. Freed up by the Lynx to Andrews. Andrews, DDD pass there, shot. Goes in the sky and manages to find mesh. Face off. That's one down and behind. On the backhand, gets through. Landry now works it up the glass. That's chopped up, but no high stick there. It's a close call. Along the half wall, Flames stick with that. So we are at even strength. Down 3 for the Flames. Gonna battle out these last 7 minutes. And the arm goes up. So they're going to have another power play here. So into the corner and back to the blue line. Looking for the shot. Stopped. 7 minutes remaining here. It'll be a face-off on the right side with the power play. Face-off coming. Grabbed and picked up by the Flames, sent back to the blue line nicely. Handed off. Top of the circle, shot, scores! That one slides through. And it's 5-3 with 6:47 to go. This game is not done yet. So a big goal there on the power play. So 2 goals, 6:47 to go. And this one's looking like it's going to be coming a little more down to the wire than we maybe originally thought, with a good bounce back period here from the team from Fredericton. Lawrence wins that to the left. Picked up over the line, down the left side, looking for the shot, glove save. And that's a big save there. It didn't look hard, but that's more of a mental one, where you don't want to come down and let in that next shot. You got to give it your best, and it worked out for them there. Grabbed by the Lynx. Play it to the end board, down to Austin. Austin spins and surveys. Finding an open lane here right down Broadway through the middle. Austin now looking for the shot, rebound. It comes too far out there. Landry picks it up. Folks with her second of the game. She's got that shooter's mentality, and it's worked out for her tonight. Spun back in front off the stick. Backhand on the doorstep, and almost another goal back the other way. Shot through traffic. Stopped. Flames now try to work it in. And tried to call out ice, but they say waved off. Nelson put some pressure on Vickers. Vickers works it out of the corner and now finding some open room through center. Down the right side. Collision. Picked up, trying to get that back to Nelson. Brown. In through center. Vickers spinning. Heads up. And Parrish tries to bring that in, but it's stopped up on the line. Face off coming. .5:15 remaining, so we're really getting down to the wire here. We'll be right back at it after this one, though. One flipped off the boards. Played over. Andrews sent that ahead, turned over. Flames chopped that up, Ed Cook. The defense squeeze in on her as she's forced to the left side. Lynx trying for it. Played around the boards. Feltmate tries to back the player off, but it gets in behind. Over to the left side, played in front. Sticks tied up, so no shot opportunities there. Into the feet and by. We'll head back to center. Held up, and that'll be a penalty. Lawand, and it'll be the Flames heading to the power play with 4:29 to go. And pretty much the deciding point of this game right now. Kicked out of the dot. Puck dropped in on the right side and worked out, so good early clear there. This is the game as that one heads into the mesh, or into the glass there, and a chance for the Flames. If they can manage to find one here, they'll have over 2 minutes time to work with to try to tie this thing up after a 5-1 deficit, but it all starts with one here on the power play in the next minute 45. Puck dropped. Flames holding. Slow up over to Lawrence. Grabbed and worked to the right. Lawand played off to the boards, but it's back there. Boissiere to the left now. Big shot coming in. That one's not going to make it through if it's off the shin pad. Picked up and sent down. Killing some time. Minute 12 left to go on the power play. Flames can't get that out clean as it gets tied up in the feet. Flames look. Hand it off. Ricochets off the stick in behind. Pass Boucher. Into the middle. And down for Vickers. Vickers harpoons one way down with ease. Snaps that shot out. 36 seconds on the power play. Gonna maybe get one last rush in. Oh, it's fanned on. So another one of those times where you're thinking about your next play before you finish off this one. But Flames down and behind. Trying to spin that out in front. Lynx running into their own player. Austin on the right side. 2:43 left to go in the game. Only 13 on the power play. And it looks like the Lynx will escape that one. But it plays to the middle, looking for the shot, and it goes wide, and a good look there. Trying to bounce in, it's on the doorstep, and they score. So I spoke too soon, as it's 5-4 with 2:28, and it looked like they were, that literally had maybe 2 seconds on the power play. Bounces back, and now we got a one-goal game with 2:28. The score was 5-1. Lynx tried to cruise home. Took a couple penalties, and now it's a one-goal game. And literally, the penalty was pretty much over. She had 1 foot out the door, but the advantage works for the Flames. And now Landry up ahead, in on net, and tries to just steer that one by. The captain looking to take over and finish this one, but it's a one-goal game with 2:15 to go. Flames pull that in, trying to get the pass up. We'll keep an eye on the netminder. Lawrence down the left side. Dumps that into the end boards. 2 minutes to go. Played up the wall. Boussiere keeps on it. Snap back in behind. Netminder's going to stay in for the Flames as the Lynx look to work it out. Gabrielle gets laid out there. No call on that one. Flames up the wall with it. Now picked up. Triumph through center. 93 seconds. Austin hands that off. Confident in her defender. Up to Gabrielle. She gains the red line and just shoots that in around the end boards. Covered up with a stick. Every second counts here. Flames near the blue line. Trying to fish that out. Kind of held up a little bit, but I think they're going to let him go here for the final minute. That one slowed up. Flames have to get this out for one last try, but it gets sent in on the end boards instead. 50 seconds now. Fished off of there. And you gotta send some players up high as you only have 39 seconds. No point keeping anyone deep in the zone. Should have people hanging out high in the neutral zone, trying to get a cheeky one late. McInnes, though, picks it up. Shot steered off. .22. And the Lynx have dominated this last minute and a half, 2 minutes. 16 seconds. Trying to go up the wall with it. Maybe a chance for one last rush. Kept in on the boards, though. 9 seconds. And that's getting tied up in the feet, but it looks like the Lynx will survive. 5-4 as the clock runs out, so it got close. But Cape Breton holds on, and that'll be it for us.